Failure. This is a weird thing to talk about. Oh, it is. Though this is the fun part. I mentioned in my last video about a book series, Schooled in Magic. I remember the book author's name, by the way, Christopher G. Nuttall. I'm sorry, I may be bashing on your name. You may hate me, but I'm not trying to mess up on your name on purpose. But in that book series, again, I only got to book 6. The rest of it I couldn't handle. Well, it was hard. What bothered me so much about it was I found out in book 6 there was no nonverbal cues in a conversation. People were talking, I heard tones, but no nonverbal cues. Why is that so important for me? Or in general, really, because it's a conversation. I have a learning disability. Language impairment or impediment. I can get mixed up sometimes. Sorry. But growing up, I had to learn about how to talk, how to hear, how to listen, and how to see. And 80% of conversations is nonverbal. 10% is tone. And the other 10% is words. So, when you're trying to write a conversation, you need nonverbal cues. They can actually tell a story. They actually can help part of the story. And as much as a nitpick as it is, you can say it's a nitpick, but it's still part of a conversation. And humans, we are very communicative. Conversation is important. Now, is this me bashing on this book author? Yes. Yes, it is. Sorry, but yes. But why is this important? This nitpick to some, a big thing for me. Well, I'm actually trying to write my own book series. This is a piece, no joke, a piece of what I'm trying to write. And when I listened to Schooled in Magic, I already have book 4 written out. I am now currently working on it's basically book 5, Bullfrog. Admit it, it's book 5. You didn't plan on it, but it is book 5. And, well, seeing how much of a nitpick that was for me, I studied and learned from Schooled in Magic. And with that, and working on my own personal project, it was not only, wait a minute, am I doing that? Am I being, self-reflective? Double check, all right, I am, or all right, I'm not. Fix it. And also, with that done, I can't help but go, okay, I want to keep that book now because though it bothered me, I need to study why it bothered me. So that way I have something to help me with my own work. It's a tool. What bothers me is a tool to help me in my own work. At the beginning of the book, I didn't like the character introduction. I didn't connect to them. They were just suddenly throwing the story. It bothered me. Use that. All right, let's see here. So I have to keep that character introduction for me to have that emotional connection. If you want to write a book series and say something about another book, don't do it. It was annoying to me personally hearing this book and hearing this book author in the book. The main character is poking at J.K. Rowling. And, it bothered me. So what do I do in my own work? Okay, don't go there. Learning from something that bothers you, that nitpick, that sense of bashing, it can actually be a tool for us to analyze. Why do you don't like this? Okay, since you know what you don't like, use it. Use that and go, what can I do to improve? Make my own with my own product, with my own process, or with myself. It's a weird thing. We love to bash, we love to poke, but yet use those words themselves. Study what you don't like and actually use those things as tools to self-improve. This sounds weird to say, but the fact that poking fun, making fun of, bashing may be tools to help us, with our own projects and our own works. It sounds silly, but it kind of is true. For example, all this is me. I did this a few years ago, very early. This was my second watercolor. All of this was supposed to be me trying to do a self-portrait with superheroes I created at that time period. And yeah, that seems a little rough. It's still here. It bothers me, but yet I still like it. But looking at that and seeing the flaws, I can use the bashing of my own personal product, my own personal item that I like, and try to prove on it. Is it this? No. This was actually earlier. But when I was introducing this, you saw me walk by 3 paintings all in a cluster. If you look over there, if you rewatch it, or I could just go up and show you. I'm lazy right now. I am being lazy. But using the things that bothered me with this, I was able to put that in mind, and when I go and try to work on my later personal projects, I was able to improve myself on my own personal work. And here we are. Because, like I said, I'm attempting to write a book series. And this is actually some of my characters I'm trying to put into painting. And what bothered me with my personal project of my self-portrait was almost the lack of shadow, or the lack of, personality almost. It was like deadpan. And this painting right here, let's see if I can do it better. Yeah, in this painting right here, I try to show more personality with all my main characters. These are my female leads of book 1. And there's more emotion. There's more in it. Is this captivating? I hope this catches your attention. I hope you want to learn more. And that's the thing. Learning from my own personal failures. This was me bashing myself. I hope I did better. I hope I did better. I hoped I did better. Sorry, that glare. I'll fix it. But I hoped to be better and do better. And with that, you can actually create something better. And, let's fix the lighting now. That's the thing. Personal bashing and bashing in general can be used as tools to improve ourselves or other products or other precepts. I know this one was weird to go through, from bashing a book author to trying to promote myself. But yet, I learned from that book author. I learned from pointing out my own flaws. Look at that. The only thing that's showing something is this form of me right there at the very end. That's the only form of character. Everyone else is, cardboard. There's nothing there. And we have to use what we do. What we like to bash or whatever, it doesn't mean that we stop. We can use it to improve ourselves. We can use it to improve our projects. Whew. This is just a hard thing to defend, failure. But it's so important because we learn from it. We learn from our own personal faults. We learn from our own personal faults. We learn from how to awaken imagination with others. So, when you watch something you don't like, poke at it, and then figure out why. And I have one more part of this. This is now 2. We're going to get to 3. And 3 is going to be a weirder discussion to be on. So, until then, whew.